Hello, friends! I'm Chirpy the Sparrow, and today's story is full of surprises from the Bible. Last time, we saw Moses and Aaron boldly tell Pharaoh to let God's people go, but Pharaoh refused. So now, God sends even more powerful signs, starting with something slimy and jumpy. Yup, you guessed it. Frogs are about to invade Egypt like never before. Let's flap our wings and jump into Exodus chapter 8 together. It's going to be wild, but also full of God's truth and power. God spoke to Moses, "Go to Pharaoh and tell him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says, 'Let my people go, so they may worship me.' But if Pharaoh refuses again, something terrible is coming, a deadly plague upon all the animals in Egypt." As Pharaoh still refused to listen, God sent a powerful plague. All the Egyptian livestock, horses, donkeys, camels, cows, sheep, and goats began to die across the land. But none of the animals belonging to the Israelites were harmed. God was protecting his people. Pharaoh sent his officials to investigate, and guess what? They found that not a single animal belonging to the Israelites had died. Still, Pharaoh's heart was stubborn. He refused to let the people go. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Take handfuls of soot from a furnace and toss it into the air before Pharaoh." As they did, painful boils broke out on the people and even the animals. The magicians couldn't stand before Moses. They were covered in sores too. Then the Lord told Moses, "Go to Pharaoh early in the morning and say, 'This is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says, let my people go.' If Pharaoh still refuses, God will send a storm like Egypt has never seen before, with thunder, lightning, and devastating hail." And just as God warned, thunder cracked, lightning flashed, and hail poured down like never before in Egypt's history. The fields were crushed, trees snapped, animals and people caught outside were struck. Only in Goshen, where God's people lived, there was peace and no storm. Pharaoh saw the destruction all around him, trees broken, animals gone, and fields ruined. He called for Moses and said, "I have sinned. Please ask your God to stop this thunder and hail." So Moses stretched out his hands to heaven, and the storm stopped. Moses lifted his hands to the sky, and just like that, the thunder stopped, the hail ended, and the clouds parted. But Pharaoh, seeing the calm, once again hardened his heart. He refused to let the Israelites go, just as God had said he would. Even after the mighty storm had ended, Pharaoh's heart stayed hard. He had seen God's power, but he still would not let the Israelites go. But Chirpy knows, nothing can stop God's plan. His promises always come true. Pharaoh's heart stayed like stone, even after all the warnings, the thunder, and the hail. But God wasn't finished. He had a plan, and soon his power would shake Egypt even more. Stay with me, friends. The next chapter is just beginning.